rhubarb season. If you come to the Muskegon Farmers Market this weekend, you'll find plenty of this wonderful vegetable. Yes, I called it a vegetable, even though we treat it like a fruit. What's really cool about rhubarb is that it's full of fiber. You have like your minerals in there. All of this is edible, except you don't want to eat this root part here. It looks kind of funky anyways. Nor do you want to eat this leaf. The leaf has a poison in it called oxalic acid, and if you were to Google this, you'd find out that if you eat this, it'll absorb the minerals out of your body and make you really sorry that you ate this. It has been associated with kidney stones, but again, we're not eating this top piece here. We're just going to eat this wonderful stalk of the rhubarb, and I'll show you how to make a delicious crisp with it. So to make rhubarb crisp, we have to make a crisp topping. And for that, I like to use like an oatmeal and flour combination. Of course, I'm gonna start with 2 sticks of butter, and you want these to be about room temperature. We want them softened. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna add 2 cups of all-purpose flour. And then also, I'm going to add 1.5 cups of brown sugar. I'm gonna take it out of here. Add it that way. Also, we're going to add about 1 teaspoon of salt. This helps to keep it from being quite so sweet, but also the salt helps to reduce the tartness of the rhubarb. I'll add about 1 teaspoon, 1 to 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And then I will place this in the mixer with the paddle attachments. I will let this roll for about probably 2 or 3 minutes. Then I will add 2 cups of oatmeal, and I like to use the old-fashioned oats, not the instant oats. It doesn't turn out the same. All right, this is how the crisp is going to look before we bake it, but we want everything to be kind of mixed in well. We don't want any large lumps of sugar or flour or butter. We want everything kind of evenly distributed. You want to be able to see the oatmeal chunks in here as well. Our next step, we're going to put this rhubarb in here that I've cut up all nicely. You want to cut it into little small pieces, maybe 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch size. And here I have about 8 cups of rhubarb. So we're gonna make a big crisp here. In order to get this all to kind of stick together, we need a good filling. And what we're going to do with that is I'm gonna start with 2 eggs. I'm going to use 1 cup of sugar, 1/2 cup of flour, and we'll use about 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Maybe that's a tablespoon, that's okay. And then a little bit more salt to help tame down the tart and bitterness of the rhubarb. I'm going to mix this together in the mixer until it's even and smooth, and then we will construct our rhubarb crisp. All right, this looks great. We have a nice, smooth, like pudding texture for our filling. What I will do is I'm going to place the rhubarb right inside of this egg mixture. I will stir until everything is nice and well coated. And then all I have to do is use a pan. I use a 9x13 Pyrex pan, which most people have. Just set that right in the bottom. This will make a pretty good sized crisp here. The nice thing is like the eggs give it kind of a custard-like texture. So it's more like a pudding almost when you bite into this. And of course we'll want to cook this until this rhubarb is nice and soft. Spread that out till it's even. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is going to all cook right together. And then remember when we made that nice topping, I'm just going to coat that all over. Let's get it totally covered. I'll place this in a preheated oven at 375 degrees for about 45 minutes. The best thing to do is like look at the top. This will turn brown, and stick a fork in there and see if your rhubarb has softened. And then you know it's done. We'll put this in the oven and we'll check it out. So it looks like it's all ready here. I made a couple different batches, and I made a smaller batch, and I made some in some carafes here for individual servings. But these look great, nice brown crust, and the rhubarb is cooked all the way through. I'm going to plate this and we'll check this out. So for the final pièce de résistance here, we're going to put some ice cream on top of this hot crisp. And if you would prefer, you can just do whipped cream, make it look fancy. Who would know that inside of here we've got a vegetable, right? As good as this is. We've got a vegetable, so we're doing like our moms always say, we're eating our veggies and we're liking it. Have a good one, Muskegon, and I hope you try this recipe and enjoy like I do.